Hello and welcome. My name is Youssef, and today I have the pleasure to introduce the public preview of Lakeview Dashboards. And I know the name is pretty cool. But first, let's explain what's Lakeview Dashboards. So Lakeview Dashboards are used to build data visualization to share data insights with your team. Lakeview Dashboard contain a new visualization library and a configuration experience. And those Lakeview dashboards have two components, the data, and that's where the users will define the data assets that's going to be used in this dashboard, and those data sets are bundled with the dashboard while sharing. And then we have the canvas, and the canvas is where the data analyst will create visualization and construct their dashboards. And when it comes to data sets, you can add, of course, a table in Unity Catalog, you can add a view, and you can also add your own query in case you want to customize a specific table. And of course, we have a bunch of new visualization data. We can add data sets filters. And the reason of introducing these Lakeview dashboards are the following one. First of all, you have improved visualizations, and optimized for sharing and distribution. It's simplified design with what you see is what you get. And of course, a unification with the Lakehouse, since everything, of course, is governed with Unity Catalog. And always keep in mind that the best data warehouse is a Lakehouse. And of course, when it comes to the draft and collaborate on a dashboard, so new dashboards, of course, begins as a draft. And of course, you can share the draft with other users in your workspace to collaborate. And all users will use their own credentials to interact with data and visualization in dashboard drafts. But first, now let's go and have a look at Lakeview. So the first thing I will do is go and create a SQL warehouse. So I'm going to call it Lakeview. It's going to be serverless. Of course, we're going to go to a dashboard, Lakeview, create Lakeview dashboard. So let's rename it. Getting started with Lakeview. Of course, you can see that's the canvas where the data analyst can build their visualizations. And of course, you have also the data. So let me just select Lakeview. And of course, you can add tables as I have mentions from in Unity Catalog, or for example, you can just go here. We're going to use system tables. For those who are not familiar with system tables, they are pretty much exciting feature you can leverage. I'm going to use the billing, and here I'm going to add the usage. So this table will be bundled with my dashboard, and I can also add my specific query. So I already built one. So what I did over here, I'm just encrypting some emails, and I'm getting the status whether this query did fail or not. So let's call it usage. Query, whether this query failed or not, and the type, and of course the language used, and when this happens. And of course, I'm also using, I'm encrypting the email of the specific person. And now let's go to the canvas. So first of all, I can add a specific text over here. Getting started with Lakeview dashboards. You can preview this immediately. Of course, you can make sure to make it small or large, so you have a bunch variety of options. I can also, if I want, add my first visualizations over here. I'm going to call the query. So here you can select all the different visualization. You can also add title, description, but first let's go and specify the, I'm going to choose pie chart. So here I'm going to count the language, and then of course not distinct count, like that. And of course I will use the language. And of course this will compute my first chart that will be added inside my dashboard. Of course, I can add a title. percentage of distribution of the different of the languages. So you can see over here, like a wide variety of the users are using Python. Small numbers are using SQL, then Scala, and of course R is the smallest usage. So usage of the different languages in a specific workspace. And of course, you see, it's resizing. Whenever, for example, you have in a small space, the visualization is resizing. Of course, I can again go and add another visualization. I will use again this one. I can use the usage. Of course, I will select, I don't know, let's say SKU name. My bad, SKU name. Count. I'm gonna filter this by SKU name. If you want, you can also add, let's say, a specific filter over here. So let's say I'm gonna filter this by user, and of course I can specify a SKU name. I can add specific title here about the SKU name. I'm gonna add another visualization over here. Let's say it's usage, then I'm going to go counter, and then the value will be usage quantity. And that will be, of course, a sum. So over here, once, for example, I select Photon, you will see a specific an update. So it's almost 300K, 280 of the usage of Photon. And of course, now when I want to share, I have so here I can copy the link if I want. And I can also, so this is when I want to share with other users to update or add other things. But I can also publish this specific dashboard. And here I have, when it comes to publishing, I have two options. It's either embed, and by embedding credentials, which means all the users of the dashboards running queries. So will use your credentials and compute. So of course, this allows users to see the dashboard, even if they don't have access to the underlying data or SQL warehouse. And of course, this, just keep in mind, this might expose the data to users that have not been granted direct access to it. And the other option is when you don't want to embed credentials, and here all the viewers of the dashboard run queries, so using their own data and compute credentials. And viewers, of course, need access to the workspace, and of course, they attach the SQL warehouse and the associated data in order to view the dashboard. And then when you've decided, you can go and simply publish your specific dashboard, and of course, you can access it and make sure to get the most of the dashboard. Of course, just keep in mind that I'm not very fluent when it comes to building a visualization. I just wanted to show you how fast and quickly and easy to, let's say, to build dashboards. And always keep in mind, and this is the second time I will repeat it, the best data warehouse is a Lakehouse. And keep in mind that DB-SQL is a serverless data warehouse, and this is very, very important, which means you have fast, scalable, and reliable power compute, and everything, of course, is governed with Unity catalog. And this is something very, very important. So this is, again, just the dashboard, so I can remove this specific filter. It will automatically update the cost of this specific SKU. Thank you for watching this session, and see you soon.